getting ready to go live. Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, in my ear. Oh, fuck.
It's the unofficial, unexpected, and unfiltered Canadian motocross race review, featuring Ryan the Noof Lockhart and Ryan Gauld and Ken Cadden.
Woo! Yeah! Keep going north, boys! Woo! All right! Solid cookie on the outside. Pure frosting
From
on
the
the
bowl. We are literally doing this podcast from the bowl. I'll let you all use your imagination out there listening right now to the Canadian Motocross Unfiltered podcast brought to you by Racetech Suspension, racetech.com. Checkers and the gang, they love us. We love them. And you should love them too and support them. Any way you want to get a hold of them, visit them online, their website, visit them on their social. They do a great job. There is a crap ton of privateer racers at A1, a crap ton of racers at the Toronto Arena Cross. There's a couple of racers on the phone here. A washed up Saskatchewan native hero that wishes he had Racetech. Racetech supports us all. Let's get into this. This is kind of an emergency pod. This is off our standard timeline, but we're ready to go. And I am, Ken, I threw you a text. I got Ken and Ryan Lockhart on the phone. Ryan Gauld here going to be hosting this thing. And Ken, I threw you a text. I sent you a code, and I was going to make fun of my friend on the show because I didn't send him this code. I gotta take it away. The code is going to be his. I'm going to give it to him. Okay. He is literally doing this.
From the bowl.
Under the weather, on the bowl, not feeling it. Last weekend, he sent it to the show like he's bringing it here in 2026. I mean, I can't make the joke of him. I can't do it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think with last week and coming to us live on the toilet, I think that's...
we should. Too bad we weren't live in FaceTime on this spot right now. Oh, Jesus. The man, the myth, the legend. He just got back from a 10-day tour down in Mexico with family and friends. And unfortunately, it sounds like the last day bit you, Ryan Lockhart. You're not feeling great. And it has nothing to do with what everybody would assume it is because you drank yourself silly. It actually just you feel like you might have ate something wrong.
Yeah, I don't feel the best, that's for sure. It was a long... You know how long that flight is home? 6.5 hours.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that. I was only thinking it would only be like 3 hours for you guys.
No.
Yeah, it's long, eh?
Yeah, it was long and it was delayed. And like the way the flight times work, like we didn't even... We were at the resort all day yesterday, and then you fly out at night. So
you got to book out in the morning. Yeah.
I was ready to get the hell home, and we were gone for 10 days, and I was ready to go home, and the kids were ready to go home, and got about an hour into the flight, and I was like, something isn't good here in the belly. So, but that happens down there every single day. You're taking like fucking Gaviscon and Pepto, and like the food. I don't know why the food tastes normal when you eat it, but whatever's in it doesn't do your belly very well.
Well, they're using water down there all the time, whether it's cleaning it or moving it or whatever. Like the water's questionable, so it's probably just something to do with the way that it travels. Because I've never been to Mexico. I only had the one time when I got food poisoning. It was coming back from Jamaica. Yeah, I got that food on the plane, but.
Yeah, I was thinking about you last night about that story. Trust me, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like. And then when we landed. Then we got to do customs. Then I had to get on a fucking train to go get the car, to go back and pick Randy and the kids up, and then drive 45 minutes home. And oh my God, it was a long day. But the thing that grosses me out about these resorts, they're clean, and like I don't ever worry about the food. But what's gross is the glasses you're drinking of. So they're all plastic, right?
Yeah.
But they're not really washing them that fucking good, man. Like as the day goes on, in the morning, everything looks nice and fresh. But as the day goes on, you see all the waiters and waitresses bringing the glasses back, and they're emptying them out, and they're just literally looks like they're rinsing them and then putting a new drink in them. Do you know what I mean?
Did you see a lot of people? Last time I did go on a trip, a lot of people bring like their own.
They
cup.
do. Yeah,
right? Like a Bob's cup or like one of those Yeti type things, whatever.
They do, but I don't know. I just always drank out of their cups. But you got to think that that's pretty easy to catch something out of.
I mean, yeah, you're proving it right now. You're literally on the bowl. Let's hope we don't hear anything plopping into
I'm all
the system.
Ken,
we talked a little bit while we were waiting for Newt there. There's no amount of money or friends, or if I'm on a singles trip and it's literally me and like 1,000 women, I'm going on a fucking 10-day. I can't do 10 days on that. You kind of agreed. That's a long ass time to do that kind of stuff. I don't know if I applaud you or I'm like, yeah, whatever. You deserve it right now, because 10 days, Ken, is a lot.
I've done 7 days, and about halfway through, I was pretty much over it. Like, you get excited, and then when you get there, you do everything you want to do in the first 3 days, kind of thing. And then
you're just wide open,
getting sunburned.
Yeah, it was too long. It was too long for sure.
Is that the longest you've ever been? Is 10, or is that the standard?
No, that was the longest. Last year we went for 5. I've only ever been on a 5-dayer for a wedding last year. So, like I was bored. I mean, the kids were kind of over it too by then. I mean, you can only go in the fucking pool in the ocean so many times.
Yeah.
The last day though was kind of cool. We went on an excursion, like paid the money where they come and pick you up in the morning, and we went scuba diving, which, if you can believe it, I'm not much of a fucking swimmer. It was really cool. Like really cool. Scuba diving in the ocean, like in these lagoons with all the fish and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, that part is freaking sweet.
Yeah. And it was this was the Friday. So our last day. And that was the kids' favorite thing too, because they were able to go scuba diving. Or not scuba diving, snorkeling. And then we went into like the caves or whatever. Like we were in these, I forget what they're fucking called now, but yeah, and like the caves diving or snorkeling was really cool. So
yeah. Nice. Well, I'm stoked you're home, Noof. The whole country of Canada has missed you. We feel like you've just disappeared and you were ready to leave the country, but now you're back and we miss you. Did you have FOMO of like not being at Toronto Arena Cross or not being at A1, or just like there was just so much moto going on in the last 4 days and you had nothing to do with it for like one of the first times in your life almost.
Well, it's a funny story actually. So we flew.
That's why we're here, right? That's why we
flew WestJet, and WestJet has new TELUS Wi-Fi on their planes, and it's free.
Oh.
And normally when, how in the years past, I don't know if you've ever done it, but the odd time if I was going somewhere, I would buy the Wi-Fi for the $10 or whatever it was. And it was shit. It's garbage.
Yeah, it never works good. Yeah.
Well, this Wi-Fi you can stream. So I actually watched Anaheim 1 last night on the airplane because it started. But the great country of United States of America, our international video pass doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
So I was all jacked up at the beginning because, of course, when you take off, you're in Mexico. But as soon as you cross over into the water, which used to be the Gulf of Mexico, but now they call it the Gulf of North America or United States, the fucking pass stopped working, and it didn't start working again until I was in Vancouver. So
no, that's fucking well. It shuts off like they actually literally know.
Well, the IP address or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I was able to get through the first. I got both 250 heats and both 450 heats, and then it didn't work. So, and then of course I was trying to find the fucking pirated YouTube, because YouTube would work, and I was able to find like bits and pieces of the main events on YouTube last night while we were flying. But
nice.
So yeah, it was actually not. It would have been fucking sweet because it would have taken 4 hours up of my 6-hour flight, because it literally the gate dropped when we were on the plane. So
that's beautiful. Well, and then they just tease you. They tease you.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to watch Toronto anyways.
Yes, we're going to get into that. and nobody got to watch, at least a Friday night anyway.
That's why your voice sounds so good today. It's very rested.
Well, I mean, I don't do a lot of yelling on Arena Cross. Well, it was pretty lame anyway. There wasn't a lot going on. We'll get into that as well. I guess the hottest topic, we got to go right to it. Ryder McNabb to Guaranteed Comfort Racing. My hair was a little blown back. We brought it up on the show last week, and I got a text from another team said that they had a deal. There was talk of it, and the deal was they had till January 1st. And the McNabb family, Ryder and Brad, dad there didn't want to do the deal. It was for a 250 class ride for a 3-year deal. And this and that, and then all of a sudden this other deal pops up because he wanted to ride the 450. This deal was in the works as well. He was kind of playing both sides from what I understand. Anyway, Ken, I'll start with you because obviously the other man on the phone has got a closer tie to it. But like, are you a little bit hair blown back knowing this? I mean, there's been nothing literally since his last race at Walton saying, I'm going racing again. My health is good. I want to do it. Noof hadn't really dug into it. They were kind of Noof, as far as he said, was taking a step back. Diggs said that. And here we are. This kid has signed a 1-year deal with Guaranteed Comfort Racing on the 450 class. Yeah,
I would say my hair is blown back. I'm not really an insider, obviously, like you two guys are. So I just was taking it at face value that he needed some time off and he was going to kind of work through some health things and stuff like that. And then if the opportunity presented itself, he would come back in. But I don't know. It seems like the health things worked themselves out and now he's back. Surprising.
Well, I mean, you go both directions on this now. Hey, we live in the crazy world of conspiracies and this and that. Oh, hey, well, maybe he just didn't like it at Gopher Dunes and he wanted out over there and the GDR team doesn't do a good job. Or maybe he was sick, but he was only sick for a little bit and then this deal just going to give him more money or whatever the is. All right. I've heard what the deal is. It's less money than it was last year, but it's still a good deal. All this kind of stuff. I did talk to Brad McNabb. I haven't talked to Ryder about it. Brad just called me out of the blue. He kind of wanted to give me an update, I guess, because he heard we talked about it last week. And from what I understand, it just was like he just kind of got the itch in the last little while. The other team had a conversation back in October, not Ver, October, about his potential coming back. So there has been conversations the entire time behind the GDR camp's ears, in a sense, I'm assuming. Now I go to you, Noof. You had no clue about any of this, I'm assuming.
No. There was there was always like little rumblings, or we would joke about, fuck, wonder if he's going to come back, or whatever. There was always
just us.
Yeah. Right. But then, I don't know. I guess I talked to Ryder on the phone right around Arena Cross, like Chilliwack Arena Cross time, literally for, 35 minutes. And we never talked once about riding dirt bikes. He was just kind of telling me what he was up to and ask him what we were up to. And it was just a regular conversation. And I don't know. I don't know what day you talked to Brad McNabb, but of course I talked to him as well. He called me.
That's good. My next thing was
he called me and then,
he said that he was going to, and I told him, you're right. He's on vacation, but he's been answering his phone. So
yeah, no, I did talk to him. We had a good conversation and I did appreciate the phone call. And I don't know, like I had said to you guys, I kind of, after Walton, I kind of washed my hands of the whole McNabb situation. It was not great. He was pissy. His attitude wasn't great. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be at the races, and it was easy to see. And he was dealing with this health stuff, and it was getting exhausting just hearing the different avenues that it could potentially go, which sucks for him. I wasn't blaming it on him, but I feel that my theory all along, and I don't even remember if I talked about it on the pod, but I think that his mystery sickness was due to fucking stress and anxiety and pressure.
Brad talked about that to me on the show. I'm not trying to piss you off or whatever, piss the GDR side off. But yeah, he said he felt too much pressure this year. Pressure was a big problem.
Yeah,
really?
It was because fuck, man, we had the goddamn rule change for him, the 250 rule, right? So
yeah, I guess that's I didn't even think of that.
There would be a lot of there was a lot of pressure. And in all honesty, it was a very nice looking contract. So with a nice looking contract becomes pressure and kind of the hoops that Derek had to jump through to get it done. And we wanted to win, and we knew he was the guy that could win. And it started out pretty good, but it just seemed like once he kind of didn't smoke everybody at Calgary, it slowly started going downhill.
Yeah.
Although there was signs of, he won the overall, the second round. And obviously that first moto at Gopher Dunes was, a fucking moto for the ages, right? So, but all in all, it wasn't good, and is what it is. So, I just wish that it potentially could have just went a little bit different, because I feel like whether that was more one-sided of the posts that we put out, wishing Ryder the best with his secondary or his education and stepping away from riding and all that. I just feel like it was kind of we look like a bit of fucking idiots here.
Well,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm going to throw to Ken here, our resident super fan, and like this really comes across as like, was he fucking sick or was he
I don't
unhappy?
know.
No. I'm talking to Ken. I don't know. I'm not asking you. I'm asking, like, we're fans now, Ken, and we're looking at the social media buzz, and we're sitting as super fans of Canadian Moto. Was Ryder McNabb even sick this year, or did he just really not like the GDR bike and team and this, that, and just kind of use this as an excuse? Because not even 3 months later, he's back now with another team, same bike brand, but another team.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to think that way.
I don't know how you can, because if it was a different bike, you could always blame it. Well, we saw it this weekend in Anaheim with Prado. He obviously wasn't super enthusiastic, but I think that's always going to come back to the bike because now he went out and got a podium. I don't know how you can really look at it any other way than he wasn't happy with the team because the bike is the same. But I think the explanation that it was the pressure. I think that Guaranteed Comfort team probably is not having the same expectations. There was no rule changed, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where you have to, if I'm GDR, that's what I'm going to go with, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that rule thing. That was good that you brought that up, Noof. I mean, right there, the literally the sport changed for him in a sense to get this to move forward, and after his AEO contract fell through and all that kind of stuff like that. So,
but I mean, pressure though has been there. I mean, you could argue, say, I mean, he's a past 2-time champion in Canada.
Well,
I mean,
that's what I said. That's to Brad. I'm like, pressure. I'm like, he won this fucking title twice. Where's the pressure from?
Yeah, like there's been pressure before, right? Like,
well, I mean, after 2 titles, there shouldn't be pressure. He understands it. He's done it. He's been it. He didn't just do it the once and get lucky. He did it fucking twice.
Yeah, I think there's different types of pressure. I mean, obviously, he was all eyeballs on him, and all of everybody, and saying, nobody's going to beat him this year. And, he's obviously the guy to beat. I mean, but he's been in that situation before. When he left GDR the first time and went to KTM, he was still the guy to beat. He was still the guy to beat. You know what I mean? Like he's had that on him, but people mature. I mean, he's obviously, not the 14-year-old kid that we started working with back in 2021 or whatever, 20 or whatever fucking year it was. Time's flying by, but I don't know. I don't love how it went down, and Brad and I talked about it. I mean, Brad's my buddy. He's been my friend and we had a good conversation, and I just feel like there wasn't a lot of words coming out of Ryder's mouth. And I think that's where it was a little bit more of a bummer, is that I feel like between us at GDR and the Brad McNabb side, everybody was speaking for him. I think it would have been a little bit different of, saying, hey guys, I'm taking a little step away. I'm leaving GDR. If it was his own words, saying that, hey, I'm taking a bit of a step back here. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm leaving GDR for 20, like I'm getting out of my contract.
So with the contract, Noof, I don't know how privy you're, like, the contract was just null and void. It was gone because there would have been a first right of refusal.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it went down. I mean,
right. Okay.
I mean, I think from both sides. I mean, obviously, clearly, he said that he didn't necessarily know if he wanted to race again in 2026.
Well, hey,
and it did not go well in 25. So
no.
I think from both sides, we were kind of like, okay, well, this is a lot of money to be paying for a guy that we don't know. Like Honda wouldn't have been stoked with going through that again with him, coming out firing and then, basically being invisible. He missed some races here and there and due to the illness. So I think it was more of a mutual thing. I mean, it wasn't like he was telling us, hey, I want out of my contract because I want to go to a different team. Because that was never brought up. And
you have, other than this phone call around November, he hasn't reached out to you since about this idea and, manned up, if you will. And
I know Dig talks to him quite a bit and stuff, but I don't know. It's hard to always read from Dig to see if he was actually as surprised as I was or not. I mean, I shouldn't even say I was surprised. I guess it was just more of a, like I felt a little bit sick to my stomach because. Well, I think again, you had a conversation in November. These talks were happening then. Oh, I know. Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, I thought the first step that was weird in the whole thing was that after he left Walton, he didn't really want to race and he goes back and does some Manitoba provincials. I thought that was kind of the first step of the weirdness that he was doing local races. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a weird deal. I honestly, I mean, from a fan standpoint, I'm fucking happy he's back. I mean, that adds another big, you know, dynamic into the 450 class. Cause man, rather like if he has his shit together, he can be a fucking contender.
Well, that was going to be where I go to end this off here. Could McNabb battle Pettis, Wright, Ward, Amiot, Racine? I mean, I would think I put him above Racine. I think that would be a safe and easy thing to say. Yeah. I guess maybe above Amiot. Ward had that breakout year. He's an amazing rider, but last year was a brand new sort of Tanner Ward. But is it too much to say about Pettis and Wright? Is he fit just under that? Like, is he going to be top 3 in the series, I guess, in 2026?
Yeah, I think he'll fit right where Phil was, kind of in between. Well, right
Phil
around.
was a champion, eh, Ken?
Well, I know. but most weekends he was kind of a third place guy. And I think that's kind of where you'll see McNabb.
Noof, if this was America and not Canada, where everybody loves everybody and everybody's friends and we're all going to see each other and let's not upset the apple cart. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that you'd be fucking pissed off right now.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not mad about it at all because it's his decision. But like I said, I don't think that it went down properly at the end.
Right.
Like it just didn't. Whether that's on us, whether that's on him, I think there's two parties to be blamed a little bit.
Do you think he owes you a phone call? Or no? Is he just calls digs and that's good enough?
That's in his mind. That's probably good enough. Yeah.
Okay, that's just topical. I'm saying he needs to.
That's fine. I've always, I've been, obviously I feel like I've been part of his career pretty good. At one point I was his mechanic, right? So, we won races together, which was, his first races that he won were with me, on his side. So, I'm sure he doesn't really know. I mean, like I said, I'm not mad. I told Brad, I said, dude, I'm not mad, man. I think it's, I surprised, yes. Shocked, a little bit irritated, of course. But, kind of, I'm sure there's lots of people giggling behind the scenes. For sure.
Oh, yeah, right? For sure. Yeah, well, I mean, this your whole fucking 2025, and now you add this in the first part of 2026. It's like,
I know.
The Honda truck, GDR truck now gonna have a big clown mask on the front of it, and as fucking memes and AI and blah blah blah. Maybe I can start having fun with that. Like, did you see you saw that picture that Jessica from Spec made of me?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck, man, my legs were fat in that fucking photo.
I'm sure that there's, obviously, the teams were after him right away, right? Right is the moment that, it was released that he wasn't racing for us anymore. Teams are going after him, but that's the part of business, right? But in Canada, like you said, it's different because it's so close to the heart of everybody because it's not that big. So everybody takes a little bit personal and. Yeah, I'm going to have a little chip on our shoulder, or at least I am anyways, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I'm also shocked a little bit on the side too that, I mean, guaranteed comfort. I mean, I don't know the inner workings of that. I mean, I'm friends with Braden, who's the manager. Obviously he's not the money guy, but I felt like last year that they were, holy fuck, we spent a lot of money. I don't know. And now they're just going in deeper, right? In a sense, right? They got Kerr and now McNabb, good team.
Yeah.
I mean, if they start, I mean, like I said, Lars last year, but I mean, I think that McNabb comes in with way higher expectations than Lars in a sense.
Well, you guys gave him 60. We all know that. That was the social post. It's got to be cut down by at least 20 grand, I would hope. I would think, or no?
And that's got to be money out of pocket, right? Like that's a.
Oh yeah, they got no spot. That's right out of Chris's. And if Kerr doesn't deserve that type of salary, so I would hope that's. But yeah, he's probably tossing.
But 60. Kerr's not riding for free though.
No, so. I know, but he doesn't. If 20 grand, like in bikes and parts and travel. Like I mean, we got to get some realistic fucking numbers here, man. For these guys and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like they're all great riders and all that stuff.
Yeah, but for a team that's not getting budget, and let's just say, okay, if we were giving him 60, let's say he's getting 40.
Well, no,
gotta
that's
be
what I
getting-
mean.
Yeah, 40 and then 20. There's 60 grand right there, plus all the dude. That's a lot of budget for a team that's being paid out of pocket. No outside sponsorship money.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm just saying, I don't think it's more than that. Is what I'm sort of read. What I was getting at. You're like, Kurt deserves to get paid, but I'm like, it's not like he's getting 40K to ride the 250 class or whatever kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it shouldn't be that way. But again, I'm not running these teams and I'm not spending this money. And I mine and your attitude towards the spending of this, I think, is so much different than the way, I don't know if I say it should be. I just think we're spending a lot too much on Canadian Moto. I've said it a million times, but regardless, McNabb is back. Guaranteed Comfort Racing. I know Chris is stoked. Braden is stoked. And you were saying about Braden, like Braden and Ryder have been buddies back from the GDR days. Right, I think.
I talked to Braden. They've been
did Braden
won a championship? Braden was his mechanic when
he was. That's
won.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
And I texted with Braden. He tried calling me, but like everybody, obviously, with my situation that's gone down over the last 2 weeks too, I think people felt a little bit weird about. Calling me about that. Yeah, I told Braden that because Braden was texting me. He's like, I didn't know what to just say, and I'm like he was all flustered. Yeah. I'm like, no, man, it's all good. And I'm like, I don't really need to talk on the phone about it. We can text back and forth. I said, I'm not mad. I said, it's all good. But yeah, it was a little bit weird in my situation, of course, with how it all went down. So
yeah, for sure. What isn't weird is if you get a Yamaha Motor Canada, Yamaha motorcycle, get a Yamaha off-road bike. Literally, if you would have saw this, I think if you did finish the 250 main, 6 out of the top 10 on Yamaha 250s in the 250 Supercross class. Liam Dodds on the Dirty Rocks MX, Yamaha 250, Yamaha Motor Canada. Their bike brand, Dirty Rocks? Dirty Rocks.
Dusty.
Dirty Rocks. I like Dirty Rocks. But anyway, Yamaha Motor Canada, big shout out to them. Blue Crew, stay tuned for all their announcements coming ahead. Lots of stuff in the works on the back end. Of course, they are big supporters of the MX101 team with Preston Kilroy, Jess Pettis, and they have another rider announcement coming up soon in the 250 class. It may be out there in people's ears already, but it has not been announced yet. It's going to be cool to see that rider come up and do the entire series. Of course, they won the Preston Kilroy number 1. I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I do know who it is. But I talked to Kevin. He's like, yeah, just keep it off the books for a bit here until we finalize. It's not final, but it's the high percentage that it's happening. So, Yamaha Motor Canada, hit them up. Visit any of the local dealers. If you can't find them, go onto the website. If you can't find that, hit us up. I will direct you. And I just saw Josh Penner. Did you see that, Noof?
Yeah, he's riding Yamaha. I knew that.
Josh Penner on the Blue Crew. Like, he's already badass. The guy rides in the snow. He jumps ramps. Cool as shit. I mean, I think his where he lives bites him in the ass a lot for things. But man, Blue Crew is just a whole nother level now. He's gunning for you, Noof, but you said you're retired, so. But he is on Blue Crew. gripandrip.ca. Product there. We got our CMX merch. Hit those guys up. They make gear. They make merch. They make all kinds of cool stuff. Gripandrip.ca. Hit them up and support us here at CMXU. We've sold a few things. Noof, I will get you the code so you can order your family and stuff. I gave it to Ken. I was going to jerk you around on it because I've never, ever, ever seen you wear or post or share the other stuff that we made. And I was going to be like, you know what? You have to fucking post with the old stuff before you get the new stuff.
Okay.
What do you think of that? Is that not a fair deal?
Fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Like but you're over and above this year. You're stamping your seriousness, right?
I mean, yeah, if I can actually order like the proper hoodie size that I need and stuff. The other ones were double X or triple XLs, man. Like they didn't fit.
No, they were not. They were double XL, the same fucking size I wear, the same size where you're lying. You never wore it. You could have put it in a fucking Instagram post and said, I love this hoodie. I'm going to never not take it off, and then just never wore it again. And we would have never thought none the wiser. All right.
Now that we got new stuff, I can throw that other stuff out.
Yes. And you can order all perfect sizes for your kids, your wife, whatever. I don't really have anything that pertaining to a wife look to it, but our stuff is nice. It's going to be good. I ordered stuff already. Ken's going to get stuff for the family, and we will be dialed in from Grip and Rip. KTM Canada, GasGas Canada, and of course, Husqvarna Canada, big supporters of ours. They will get working on their contingency program. And I mean, if you are on the fence of KTM and where it is and what it's at. Oh my God, just watch the 450 class last night. Literally, Jorge Prado gets on the 450 and it's like a brand new fucking rider. Like, that's ridiculous. I can't even imagine what's going to be talked about on the review pods and the pulp shows and the industry. I saw the one tweet there. I don't know if you saw it, Ken or Noof, last night. Steve said, "I'd love to be inside the Cowie staff head right now and just like wonder what's going on there." It's fucking crazy. KTM comes out swinging and they could put you on the box as well. Okay, another big signing. It's kind of crazy. These off seasons are really becoming very dramatic and follow worthy and everything like that. I'm sitting in bed excuse me, on Thursday night. What the hell night was it now? No, Friday night. No, it was Friday night. It was Friday night. I got back to my hotel after the night of, it was before I was going to do the show. That didn't happen. We'll talk about that. Anyway, I've been looking at my email. Boom, Vincent Way headed to Canada. Now we heard that, Noof. And we were like, okay, cool, and this and that. And then we heard that they wanted too much money and could never really get a concrete answer. Steve Sims is about the most ghostly team owner manager you'll ever meet. He doesn't share. He doesn't talk. He's got his little clique that does things like that. And I've asked him, but he's like, I don't want to talk about that stuff. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Here it is, Vincent Way. So I guess I'll go to you because I've been going to Ken a lot. Is this a bigger move, announcement, what have you, than the Drew Adams, or is it the same level, or is it not even close?
No, I think it's similar because it's going to, I mean, I don't know the ins and outs because like you said, Sims doesn't share a ton of info, but I feel like it's going to be a very similar program to what Adams was on, right? I mean, I feel like they're going to bring their own engines. He's probably going to wear his own gear, right? He won't be wearing the gear that they are because he's a Team Green rider in the US, right?
Yes.
I think it'll be a very similar program to the Adams side of things.
Holy shit. I just got sent, the amateur turnout here from the arena cross. Someone sent me a screenshot, Ron Cameron of Event Medics. There's 700 fucking divisions and classes.
Yeah, but I looked at that too.
Holy shit.
There's not that many people in the divisions though.
No, but there's at least 10 or 12. There's at least 10 or 12 riders. They're only doing front rows, maybe. I don't know. Lots of races.
Well, I saw a lot of the divisions only had 5 riders in them.
Yeah, but like 10 of the classes have 3 divisions. That's 15 people.
15 guys, yeah.
So anyway, just off topic. But yeah, Vincent Way, Drew Adams did it on his own, right? He brought his own bike, PC bike, not quite the same.
But I think originally, though, it wasn't supposed to be like that. I thought that they were trying to, that was the first year of Brett doing the team with Walton, and it couldn't make sense. So then that's why he ended up being under the PRMX tent, because PRMX would facilitate more of the sponsors, even though he wasn't a PRMX rider. I guess you're right. He was doing it way more on his own than
he did on his own. And just PRMX offered to bring the bike around because it was too awkward on the other side. It was too awkward over on the Betty Lee side. But
I feel like this is going to be very similar though. Like he's not. I mean, he's obviously going to be riding the SSR graphics and stuff, but he's going to have his own motors. Like he's going to be bringing his pro circuit stuff.
He's a monster athlete. Right?
Yeah,
so the monster helmet there. He's a Fox rider.
Not
OGs.
It's going to be.
Are you okay? Let me ask you that, because that sort of irks me, and I guess maybe I'm old school with that. If you're the one doing something like that, and I guess you guys have kind of done it with like the Lessees or whatever. Like, although he wore Fox when he came up, right?
Yeah, he was everything. He was. Yeah,
I don't know if I like that. Like, you have certain team sponsors. Like, is that not kind of like...
Yeah, I mean, any time that we've ever done anything, like, remember the year when Jake Nichols came for the one round, and the whole holdup was on that was he was under we were obviously under contract with Fox, and he was under contract with TLD, and he was wanting to wear TLD, and we said, hey man, we can't make this work unless you wear Fox. So he was able to get out of his TLD thing for one race. So it's a little bit different because it was a one race deal. But yeah, I don't necessarily love it, because for the Canadian teams, these outside sponsors, whether it be gear or whatever you want to call it, they're the ones that are fucking paying the bills to be able to get to the races.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's a bit of a kick in the nuts for the sponsor, but I mean, I think it's also how you approach it as well.
I did a poll on our Twitter, and it was if he wins the championship, or is he just a steady podium guy, or if does he leave us scratching our heads? And it was 52% for a steady podium guy. Ken, would you agree with that? You probably don't know much about him. You've watched a few SMXs and seen him here and there, but what say you about Vincent Way to Kawasaki SSR?
Yeah, I've only ever seen him do like the future Supercross stuff, so I don't really know how it's going to translate, but he's obviously got the pedigree. He's one of those guys down south. So Drew Adams didn't win a title, but he was super fast the whole time he was up here, and like one of the top guys in basically every race. So I think probably see him around there. Whether he gets the title or not, I think it's probably slightly less chance of title than losing it. But so I think I agree with that. Yep.
It's almost a similar thing too. I knew like Preston Kilroy, kind of an experienced older guy, young gun coming in. Can he do it? Hold it together type thing.
Yeah.
I feel the only
difference is if it turns out like the Benoit Adams thing, I don't think Kilroy will be yelling at him to go back to America after.
That was his go back to your country at the podium. That was.
But I feel though that Adams was maybe one step higher than where Way is right now. I feel like I don't know. It just seems I don't know.
No, I would agree with that. I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say like if Adams was 1A and then Vincent's 1B in a sense of that guy. Adams came up with just a little bit more clout, I think, behind it as far as his resume. But the Way name is pretty sick. Like I mean, I don't know if you ever really talked to Nick and met Nick a bunch, Noof, over your racing career.
Yeah, decent amount.
He's a fucking absolute beautiful human being. Right? Like it's going to be great to have him at our races or watching. I'm sure he'll be at every round, obviously, if he's going to support his son and stuff like that, or maybe he cuts the reins and lets him go. But I think that part's cool. And I was trying to make that Twitter poll the bottom. You don't get enough letters to do it, but I was going to be like, does he get his ass kicked? Like my third version, does Vincent get his ass kicked as bad as Nick kicked all our asses in 1996 as a B rider turning A? But I couldn't. It wasn't long enough for there. But where do you see him fitting in? Is he steady podium guy? Noof, could he win? Just as of today, kind of thing.
Yeah, steady podium. I voted on that poll, and I went.
Oh, you did? Okay,
steady podium. I think that Kilroy. I mean, Kilroy obviously going to be super tough. Rempel with coming off his season last year going to be tough, but I think he's right in the mix. I mean, he's obviously up and coming. Going to have good equipment, good bike, everything like that. I love it because I mean this is another great fucking eyes on the Canadian series again, right? Like, it's good. I mean it's been an interesting September to January. It seems like the news never ends, right? Like it's been,
and there's a bunch more coming.
It's been a lot busier this year than years past.
Okay, let me throw this to you right now. Vincent Way is in our 250 class, signed, sealed, delivered. 250 class as of right now: Kilroy, Rempel, Creighton Dillon, Wyatt Kerr, MX 101 going to get a second guy. I had here SSR Cowie guy coming. Literally, that was about 2 hours ahead of that. That's Vincent Way, Blake Davies, Liam Dodge, Schmooky, Pranger, Germain, Jaden Riley, Guadagno, Fredrickson. Who am I missing out of that name? Anything that I've missed? Any big names that I've missed out there?
Not off the top of my head, but I think Davies is riding 450s though. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm almost positive he is, but I could be wrong.
I haven't heard that. I haven't talked to Lou or dug into that, to be honest with you, but that'd be cool if he's into the 450 class. Does that make our, Noof, like last year we look at the 450 kind of being the weaker-ish one compared to the 250 class. Maybe they were both pretty similar, I guess. But now this, Kilroy, Rempel, Dylan Kerr, Way, and the MX 101 second guy. That's 6 names right there. I guess that's still pretty deep. 6 names in any title fight is pretty deep. And then I go to the 450. Wright, Pettis, Ward, Amiot, McNabb, Elmore, KTM guy still coming. Everybody telling me it's Harry Kulas. How do you not know that? I'm like, because it's not fucking announced. I've heard the name and I haven't heard it from KTM. So people that call me that, Diggs, fuck off. Racine, Tanner Scott, Noah Porters, Howard Schuchuk, Peyton Morningstar. Am I missing anybody big in that one, Noof?
Not that I know of, but that sounds like a better class to me than the 250.
Yeah, there's a lot of big name. There's a lot of fight in there. You know, the Wright Pettis Ward in there, right? But after that, man, there should be some damn good racing. And if you throw
Davies, it was like similar to last year, right?
Year.
I mean, you look at the battle from 3rd to 6th last year was really good, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's good. I don't know. I just think overall, I mean, obviously there'll probably be a few more guys here and there. Hopefully,
yeah.
I'm curious.
I'm at about 12 per class, and if I fucking hope there's more, God Almighty, we look like the Toronto AX this weekend. 11 guys in the gate and 5 in the fucking AX Lights class.
Not good, eh?
No, it's not a good look, man. I'm gonna get into that here in a minute, but yeah, it's just. I don't know. The amateur side looks like it went pretty good, but as far as that goes, but yeah, the pro side is it was not good. It was not a good look on the pro side. Well, there you have it. McNabb and Vincent Way have joined. McNabb is back, barely left, and he's back already. And Vincent Way to Kawasaki SSR. Steve Sims is pretty stoked on that, I'm sure. And he kept that close to his chest. Pretty cool. And then McNabb to 450 class. Insane stuff right there. Okay. Big shout out to Charlie Johnson Racing Suspension. Big thanks out to them. Oh, you know what else I forgot to thank up at the top of the show there? Gopher Dunes. GopherDunes.com. Oh my God. We're just talking about Diggs being Mr. Know-It-All and telling me who's in and who's out there. And then he just yelled at me on the phone like last week. Fucking yelling at me.
Why?
I don't even want to bring it up. It's just fucking yelling at me in the show. I wanted to just hang the phone up on him. I said, what the fuck are you yelling at me for? Like, I texted him or called him about something. Oh, it was about joining it was joining the pod. And he just called me and he yelled at me for 30 minutes about fixing this and doing that and the sport and all this stuff. And it's up to me and it's up to him. And his kids are in the background and he's trying to order them food. And it was a fucking oddball conversation. Like just
sounds pretty standard.
Right. Yeah. That's like pretty standard. Right. But he wanted it and he needed the answer right then and there. And when Diggs wants it, he fucking wants it now. And I just like, dude, stop yelling at me. And I almost hung the phone up. And then we left.
You guys going to sort it?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm fine with it. I'm like, let's quit fucking yelling at me. But GopherDunes.com, they're obviously closed right now, but they're doing a new floor, new showroom again, upgrading the showroom up down there. And they're getting ready for the 2026 season. And you never know, man. They usually open up early. So stay tuned to their website, GopherDunes.com. You might sneak in a day ride here anytime soon. You just never know here in Ontario. Although it's fucking freezing. There's snow everywhere right now. Drove in a full snowstorm to the hockey game today. And then, of course, Charlie Johnson Racing Suspension. I saw them. He was down in California. Did you see him, Noof?
I saw that.
Wait, what am I talking about? You weren't there. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
So he was down there with Spec, right? They're doing something with Spec. I don't know. She was there, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys good? You guys good? You and Spec? Or?
No way, man. Fuck that. Fuck her.
Chirping.
Fuck that girl right there. No, I'm kidding. Of course we're good. I think it's hilarious. Jess is a great sport. She's funny. And but I am definitely going to be busting her balls if she doesn't put a bunch of money into this Priority MX purse for the WMX thing. Oh yeah. She better be paying up.
Why is Priority so on this right now?
I don't know. He's got a passionate view on it. I
just never saw, like it just seemed random. I don't have an issue with it. And it seems like a lot, but I just seemed like it came out of nowhere to me. So.
I would agree. Yeah. It does seem coming out of nowhere. Maybe it's because of you watch the Supercross. There was a lot of push for WMX down there. Maybe it's stemming from something like that.
I think across the board in North America, there's a lot of WMX talk, right? Like the whole Christina Denny thing with the WMX series being released in the US and the part of the SMX playoffs at the last round. And
so this is a good topic. Somebody brought this up to me, but I want to finish against our sponsors here. Yeah. Hall Race Fuel, passionate about racing with the Roots to Prove It. Renegade Race Fuel, Julian Bennett on the podium in one of the main events using Renegade Race Fuel, courtesy of Blake Hall and Hall Race Fuel here in Canada, across the nation out there. Big supporter of ours. Love that guy. He's a beauty. Ammo Racing Reloaded, pretty quiet going on right now. Membership is open and all that good stuff. Support that. Our schedule's out, all that good things. And then Make Sure Concepts Canada. Is it even open anymore? Like, does anybody work over there anymore? Brad's been gone for days. Noof's been gone for days. Brady's been gone for days. Like,
yeah, it's been we need.
There's been no fucking sales starting in 2026.
Not a good start. Not a good start to the year here. But I'm
but
back tomorrow. But then there will be a lot of Anaheim talk. I'm sure those guys were down there at the AIM Expo for Atlas.
Yes, I was going to say that. Like, I saw some of the new products. That new chest protector, the new is that out? I know that the adult version one. I saw the video where it's like a newer sort of product for the back side of it, like for the protection side.
Oh, the new back that we have for it.
Yeah, that looks badass. Like, I'll give Brady this. He puts some decent amount of work and shit in this. It's not just like buy it and figure it out. Like, he fucking does his homework on this stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, all this stuff. I mean, that product, the with the youth protectors and the adult one, man, that's been in the fucking works for almost 5 years. Like, nothing moves fast, right? So
yeah, no,
tons of little changes here and there.
Anything protection though, you can't just throw it out there, right? You gotta fucking
No, but back to work tomorrow. Only for a couple days, and then I'm off again. So
where the fuck are you going now?
I'm going to Nova Scotia on Thursday.
Oh, right. Yes. My bad. Sorry. Forgot about that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Trust me. I'd like to put in a full week of work, but
on Thursday you're going?
Yeah, it takes all day to get there. So you're there Friday.
Sunday's the deal, right?
No, Saturday. And then we fly home Sunday.
Right. Okay.
So, but yeah, anyways, back to work tomorrow. So it'll be
buy, sell. Get on it. Okay, over to the WMX thing. So Ken, I don't know if you follow this much enough, but the whole WNBA thing, right? Like it's supported by or offset costs of the NBA, right? And Caitlin Clark comes in and is an amazing athlete, and she helps kind of give a little bit more oomph into that side of the sport, the women's side of NBA basketball. And it's well endowed, and it's good, and it's all good, and it's big, it's growing, and this and that. And now it is actually kind of backfiring in a sense. And the reason that it is, and I read this the other day, it's because someone sent me a link on it. Because there's people that aren't excited about this WMX thing in our industry. And I think the reason is because of this thing here. And I want to talk about it because I think it's important. What Priority is doing is very cool. And I'm supporting Peter. We talked about all that kind of stuff. And I'm supporting Peter in the sense I brought it up the show. This isn't CMXU or Ryan Gauld going in behind the WMX. Peter at Priority Mechanical has been behind what I do at AMO. And I'm behind him, whatever his view and passion is, however I can help out. But the WNBA right now is having a struggle because of what Caitlin Clark did. Now every athlete is asking for raises, and the owners and the NBA are like, whoa. That's not how this is going to work. So there's a bit of a ruffle in the force of this with this WMX push. Someone DM me. I won't say who it was. Could this be a negative spark creating something that is not as big as they think it should be? Ken?
That's a really tough
question. That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Right? Did it make sense laying it out? I'm not sure. I don't want to fucking. Did it make sense that I laid it out?
I think the thing is that every once in a while you get these really transcendent athletes. Like it happened in MMA, 6-7 years ago with Ronda Rousey, where all of a sudden women's MMA was basically as popular as men's. But if you look now, that's not the case. It's not the same.
Right.
It was just, it happens to be sometimes those athletes come and show up and build everything up around them. But once they go away, then everything else kind of goes away with them. So hopefully it's not that. And I know in the US there's Lala. She's super popular, and there's a couple other female athletes that are coming in. They just need to not make it about one athlete and not grow too big based on that one athlete, I think is the key to it.
That's what I was going to say. How do we not get that to happen with this goal in mind? And Noof, you probably agree that that's kind of what I was thinking, like try not to grow. And so, I talked to Justin Thompson this past weekend about the whole moving forward. So it is going to get we talked about it a little on the show. They will get a moto. Their second moto will be a broadcast on the television, not just the app. So they're getting that this year. Priorities going around and working inside the industry and other sponsors to help the purse get funded. So they have like their own purse. It'll be separate from the men and all that stuff. It won't come from the entries and all this kind of stuff. And I've talked to Justin about sort of alleviating and almost putting this on the priority side. It's kind of running in its own little ship, and it just falls under our daily program. The premix is going to be gone. Everything looks like it's going to be getting announced around the 22nd of January or somewhere towards the end of the month. The reason why it's delayed is because they just have to get their final contracts with Fox Sports Racing to ensure that that's the plan, and they're good with the WMX having the one moto, the other moto being in the morning on the app, stuff like that. But slow and steady to keep it going, like what Ken said, not just fucking boom, 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 because as it showed in all these other sports where this transcendent smash out, it kind of backfires.
Yeah, I don't really know how to even explain this, but like, you know,
it can backfire. Sorry, it can.
Well,
backfire.
yeah, like I'm trying to think because obviously I want to be careful what you say here.
No. Like, okay, there's the other thing.
But,
We can't, we're not
but
trying to be
I guess
careful
it's not irritating, but what's just confusing to me is like, okay, they want to go and they want to get this purse, like, but people will jump on the fucking bandwagon for it, in which people sound like they are. Does it get to the
not
point
yet.
here?
No, he's only got like $5,000 or $10,000 or something.
Okay,
right now,
but like, can you imagine if it got bigger? Like the purse for the WMX is bigger than the fucking, because not like our pro purse is huge here in Canada. You know what I mean? Like,
and it possibly could with this.
I know, and that's, it just seems kind of crazy. But I guess my whole thing with and yes, if you don't get behind it, it will never grow and it will never produce more ladies. But the issue is with it in Canada is that, yeah, we have the 2 or 3 that are great. We have another 3 or 4 that are really good riders, and then it just like it drops off so much. And you can say that about the guys too, but it's,
I was gonna say, you could say that about the US WMX too, right? Like,
I know, but that's why you usually only see, and I don't know this now, I'm just spitting a number off the top of my head, but how many women are they getting at these WMX rounds in the US? Is it like, I don't know, I feel like it's like 15 to 20 girls, right?
Yeah,
so
it's not a ton.
It's not huge, so it's like, I don't know. And like I've heard stuff where, you know, we can't have the girls out there on the 112s that are barely getting around the track, but we need people on the gate. Like there's just not that many girls.
Bud's Creek had 23.
Okay.
For that. Like that's around, what do we get? 18, 20, 15, right? Kind of thing like that sort of deal. So
it's just hard because they want to be classified as pros. It wants to be classified as a pro,
and they can't do that. I'm sorry, that
no,
can't
you can't
happen.
Because we don't have enough pros. We don't have enough. Like,
no,
you know what I mean? Like, and I guess you could argue that back to what we only saw 11 people on the gate in Toronto, but they were all good riders. But I don't know. It's hard. I don't know how to explain what I feel about it. I mean, I want it to grow, and you know, even our local side of things, like our ladies class is one of the biggest classes that we have, but they're not pros. They're I guess the top couple are pros in their own right, but after that they're just recreational riders that are looking for a class to ride. No, 100%.
So, it's more of a,
but I guess it's the same thing. I mean, if you like when I watch women's hockey on TV, I feel like every time I turn the TV on, there's I don't even know what you call it because I don't follow that close, but the women's hockey,
PWHL, right?
Yeah, but there's like the depth of that. There's been, you know, leagues and stuff throughout the whole, you know, since they were learning how to skate. Like it's different than what motocross is. There's been more of growing steps or stepping stones for those girls to be quote unquote professional hockey players. Yeah. And other sports. I don't know enough about them, but you kind of get what I'm saying. In our sport, it's like, there's been a few girls that have just, you know, excelled. You can go back to the Heidi Cook days and stuff. They were great. Yeah. But there's just not very many of them.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But if you don't, but if you let it die, then you'll never get there, right?
No, it can't die. I just think it's got to be treated with the right amount of support, and not try to just like boom shit out. And then my other thing too is that if this stuff happens with these girls better come out and support. Right, that is another thing. That is what kills a sport if you don't come out and actually support it. right? Like if you go and talk about it, you see these memes and things on socials and what about, the girls got paid out from this and the boys got paid out from this and yada, yada, yada on these panels. And these women are all upset because these men make more money. Well, and then there's a guy on the panel where like, well, do you go to the games? Do you watch the sport? Do you go and buy a ticket to support it? If you want it to grow, you got to go buy the tickets to support it. So this is a big push across the board, and it's Priority MX is leading the hunt on it right now. And it's going to be cool this year to see if it makes sense. And the girls community, the women's community at WMX here in Canada supports it by showing up at the events, buying the tickets, cheering on their racers, getting their posters, going to the dealers, bringing new people to the track. The same thing we say that the guys are supposed to do, right? The equality is they selling bikes, selling merch, all that kind of shit. So this is a good year to see if it pushes. Now over to Toronto Arena Cross. Where do we start with Toronto Arena Cross?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
I really loved the concept of it. I think I think that it worked. I don't know how many people were there because they brought in temporary stands. I love the venue. I thought the venue was really cool.
It was, dude. That was
yeah.
badass.
Well, you went. So
yeah.
I mean, but just from the outsider looking in, I thought it was a great concept, tying it in with the motorcycle show. Temporary bleachers, good track. I thought the track was good. You don't normally hear me say that lately, but I thought it was a good track.
No water needed.
No, it looked like it was pretty good dirt though.
It was weird. It got really hard pack on Saturday, so it was really slippery. But otherwise, yeah, it was a. If you've raced Toronto or Ontario races 100 times in your life, and that might have been the best dirt I've ever seen indoors at an indoor event in Ontario in my career.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I thought it was good from that standpoint. But other than that, I mean, 11 guys in the premier class, and what'd you say, 5 in the other one?
Yeah, 5 in the lights. Yeah. Not good. It's not a good look having that.
But it's been a low turnout all year, so I guess I didn't expect more than that. I mean, can you imagine if what do we have 5 Canadians that showed up? Fuck, good thing all 5 showed up.
No, exactly. Yeah, it would have been really, really ranked, right? As far as I don't know why there isn't an attract or why there wasn't an attraction to come up to this round. The Kalatzians you brought on the show, the Fapanis and these other kids that have done it.
Yeah, but those are all West Coast guys, so I can understand that that they don't come. But where's like all the Ohio, Michigan guys? Yeah,
where there was one Michigan kid there who rode in the lights only. Blackmere, sorry, yeah, but he rode light this, and then this other kid, Ethan Hunt, I think his name was. I think it was Michigan, maybe not. Anyway, but yeah, just really, I don't know, weak turnout, and then I had some stuff sent to me, Canadians are such pussies. They never want to race. These new fucking kids, they suck. Fuck Dylan Wright. Fuck Jess Pettis. Fuck Tanner Ward. Fuck GDR and Dylan Rempel. They said they were going to go. And it was kind of funny. Actually, I was having a great time with them. I'm like, hey, man, they didn't show up. It sucks. I get it. These fans, there are fans that want to see it because there was a shit ton of people there, man. Like a shit ton of people because I've been a drought new since Supercross. 2014, there hasn't been a race in Toronto. So there's a good hub that want to see something like that. So the fucking stands were full, man. There was tons of people there.
There was a lot of negativity around it. I saw it more so on Facebook. People, there's nobody there. There's nothing. But I disagree with that, right? But I mean, it's hard, okay? We can sit here and say fuck Dylan Wright, fuck Jess Pettis. But back when they had the other series, like the AMA one that came here, Galdi, when we did it in the Sky Dome, we didn't have JSR wasn't there. Fucking Marco Dubé wasn't there, right? Yeah. Like the top guys in our series back then, they weren't coming, but there was a lot. It just seemed like we don't have the Chuck Mesleys, the Kyle Keese, the fucking Pierce Chamberlains, the Ryan Lockharts.
Well, the other thing, it's not. Is it maybe this is? Is it just way too hard to just jump and go now?
We just don't have as many pros as we used to. Let's call them B-level pros. We don't have as many B-level pros anymore. Because that's what I consider those guys that I just named. Like, we were racing because we wanted to race and we wanted to make a couple bucks, and that's just what we did. We didn't want to get jobs, so we just wanted to be pro motocross racers. But now There's just not as many of those guys, because trust me, people were fucking texting me, and I'm like, and I say it, I'm like, yeah, fucking racers need to race. But then I read your tweet. It's like, okay, well, who wasn't there? Who wasn't there that should have been there?
Right. The only couple, Racine was there because he was in the building. He might have been able to do it. He hasn't been off the bike he's been off the bike as long as Quinn Amiot was. So that one, and then the other one I really could come up with would be Tanner Ward. Right, and
yeah, you could go Rempel, Ward, Racine, and Kerr could have been guys that could have been there. And now, yeah,
I take Kerr out of it because he fucking blew his brain up at Arena Cross in a lap. So he's like Dylan Wright. He just shouldn't ride anything indoors, I don't think. That's just a theory.
Yeah, I mean, if it was honestly, like, if it was my team and I owned it and I was getting support, I would make sure that Dylan Wright was there.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Like, I don't see, like, yes, it's a fine line, but like I think
did you just get fired? Did you just
no? But I think that everybody should be there. Like, I don't know if I just feel like we're not at a level right now in Canada in the sport, like with the way the series is and stuff, why we shouldn't be there, right? Like,
I'll tell you this. So there was a couple guys behind the scenes, and if you watch the show on Saturday night, the one that worked, there was 2 interviews done. One with Contour Group, which is a big construction group out of Toronto that supplied all the equipment. And then Mike Rice, a Rice Group, which is also in the construction zone. And he was the guy that was on Bitterman's bike, the Phil. It's an app where they move soil around, all this stuff. Anyway, very successful, owns that building. Huge fans of our sport. Like, huge, was at 2014 Toronto Supercross, the night James Stewart did his thing and all that, like the last time. Huge fans of our sport. These guys are now full-blown drunk on wanting to keep this going and wanting to rebuild, wanting to have Toronto Arena Cross and everything. They're fucking pumped. Yeah. And they got funding and they got equipment and everything. Dude, we got the dirt and the equipment for nothing this weekend.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
For nothing because of this link and everything like that. So
was that building connected to where the motorcycle show was? Like, you could walk through buildings.
You go through the back of Hall 4, and then there's like a walkway, like an indoor walkway, and then it dumps into this Hall 5. So if you go to, like, in this one here, you would never probably go to it if you just went to the regular bike shows, because I think this is where, well, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Me and you might not have gone, because this is where, like, they usually do the freestyle motocross jumping and stuff like that. But this is the big area. If you go to, like, the boat shows or any, like, the big camping shows, this building is the one to fucking be in. Dude, it was enormous. It's got so much room. You can do a Supercross. Maybe not. Maybe double the size track in that building if you took away some of the pit area and stuff like that. But anyway, there's that positive side of it, and apparently amateur turnout, it looks like it was good today as well. There was quite a few amateurs there. On the negative side, Newf, cost a lot. Yeah, it was expensive, and you had to pay in American dollars, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, no, I knew that because you signed up last week, but you had to pay in American.
Yeah. I don't get that, but I guess maybe conversion. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is on that. But
it's American. Yeah, I guess it's an American company.
The racers of today, like our amateur groups, like the ones you have in the West and these ones here that do ammo here or Quebec or whatever, they like this indoor shit in the winter. They're willing to pay the money to do it. Remember the guy I told you about wants me to give more money and more trophies, this and that? This fucking guy was at the race.
Yeah.
Most expensive event he'll go to all year.
Yeah.
And he's there spending the fucking money. I'm just like, hey man, nice to see you, eh? Oh yeah,
I think it's so cool. I think that they probably think it's fucking cool. 1, arena cross isn't normal anymore in Ontario.
Yeah.
2, you could be fucking inside, you're pitted inside, you're walking around with a t-shirt on. Pretty nice.
And the weather was nice here this weekend too. It was pretty warm up until today. It was nice.
But I don't know. I guess I think I like it. I guess as far as like on the pro side goes, it was a weak turnout, and I say that I'd love to see everybody there just because I like watching it. I'd love to see, the Canadian boys get in there and whatever. But I wonder what, like, that series as a whole, I mean, the entries have been low all year. Like, I wonder what the Moto Concept team thinks, right? Like, there's been besides Brees and Politelli and fucking Cole Thompson and Wageman, which he wasn't there this weekend because he was doing Supercross, there's no competition.
No. Yeah, it's
So yeah, I guess great for Moto Concepts because that's all that's being talked about is MCR. But I don't know if it's like you win this championship it was like, oh fuck, man, no, it's not like it was back in the day when you were.
well, been lost and it's been lost for a while, right? Like the arena cross side of things, there's the competing series and choices, and it's too expensive to go across the country now, and buildings have gone up, yada yada yada. The purses aren't as good, the sponsors aren't as there as much, so it's in a bit of this kind of lolly thing, and you know, I've learned a little bit of the ins and outs of it for sure on it, and it's very similar to what our Canadian series is. Just like, is it going to happen? Are we going to do it? Oh shit, this didn't work out. Oh man, you know, like there's a lot more questions than answers, it seems, for the series itself at the moment. And then, you know, unfortunately, you know, on Friday night. So Friday I go down to the track. I'm like, I'm going to go down and drive down to the show and walk around and just say hi and kind of talk to some of the riders, maybe help myself for the TV part because I'm by myself in the booth on Friday. Again, and shooting the shit, and you know, the conversation was. I don't need to lead you down that road, but it wasn't a lot of positivity going around there. The series, the Canadian thing, all this kind of stuff. But that's not what I want to talk about. That's nothing new. It's there's a lot of questions of this and that and all these kind of things and stuff that I don't really have the answers to and whatnot. But I got to, you know, shoot the shit and shake some hands and kiss some babies and talk and look at the track, and a lot of excitement in the air as far as the event itself. So then I leave, drive down to Sarnia, getting ready to go live. Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck in my ear. Oh fuck. It's not working. It's not working. We're not going. This isn't working. Oh my God. They fucking, Ken, you might know about stuff like this. I don't know. You're pretty techie, but maybe not. Anyway, when they build the show, they build it in a certain format and then it gets sent to Ustream to put it up. So it goes to Ride TV. There's a few steps to it, right? So apparently the show that we've used for the last 5 years with this system and everything, the Ustream, the streaming platform, just decided to not accept it this week. They didn't want to do it. They just said, yeah, we're not accepting that. You have to do it this way now, but didn't tell anybody. Didn't even, like, the owner of the package and everything. So like their techie nerd guys did this without telling anybody at the company. This is the story I got. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. Up to you guys or up to people listening. But we literally, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking we're going to go live. It's going to get fixed. Doesn't get fixed. Then Jacob, who is the techie guy for Triple Crown, he's literally like on the website communicating with some tech guy on their side, like as if you're trying to get your phone upgraded, right? Like when you go to Rogers or whatever, you're via support, you're chatting to, hi, I'm Aaron on chat and blah, blah, blah and shit, right? The guy had no idea what he's talking about. Nothing, couldn't fix anything. Okay, no show, literally no TV show. Sat there for 3 hours. We were able to watch the camera views because they were still linked up, but we couldn't get the show to.
Well, I was going to ask you what you did the whole time.
I sat and fucking ate popcorn and just watched what I could watch on these cameras because the cameras got all fucked up. The Wi-Fi wasn't working and the satellites and all this kind of stuff. It would have been an ugly show regardless if it didn't get streamed. So then, you know, they're trying to figure it out for day 2. I get to the office there and I'm like, Jacob's in there. He's really frustrated. Couldn't get any answers. And there's no like boss at this Ustream company. You can't just call them up like, hey, John, dude, what the fuck? What happened, man? Like, how do we fix this? So he's done everything. So he tries to go, the backup plan is to put it on YouTube for Saturday night because you can just stream through YouTube now. And as he's loading this up, YouTube comes up, oh, there's an error. We don't accept Interlace, I think it was called, which is the file format or whatever that we use to load the Ustream. Oh, well, maybe that's the problem, is to go to the other thing. And then he goes back to the Ustream company. He's like, oh, hey, is this what I figured? YouTube says this. Is this what? He says, yeah, we don't accept Interlace anymore. And he's like, well, what the fuck, man? We just done the 5 years. Nobody told anybody. Literally just sent it out to the moon. No, they didn't give a shit or nothing. Like, I'm literally sitting there and I'm like, everybody's pretty calm. Like Justin, he's pretty calm all the time. Anyway, Jacob, he's calm. I'm like, if this was me right now, yeah, I would have the hardest time not finding a way to, you know, climb the light tower and just start shooting down at this company. Like it was insane. You could not get an answer. Nothing got fixed. We didn't have a TV show at all Friday night. And then it got fixed, and it was about as lame as it could have been on Saturday. There was no battles, no racing, no passing. Bennick and Bitterman got into it, but there was like nothing. No drama. Cole and Brees never even came close to each other. That one little thing in practice. It was like it didn't even happen, but it did. It was
like good and bad, because obviously it was going to be tough going head to head with A1 as far as viewers go.
Yes,
but it had the hype coming in of the cringy Cole Thompson stuff coming in. Like, it had some hype on Friday night. I think there would have been a lot of viewers on Friday night.
So they sold the most before an event of ride TV apps before Friday night, and it didn't fucking work.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Remember, like, Ken, you would have done it. I think. Remember when the outdoor series changed a few years ago? I think it was the year that Dungey came back, and that stream didn't work at Pala. Yeah. The WSX stream didn't work when they first came out. Like, it's not something new. It happens. Like, there's so many fucking wires and shit with all this stuff. And just like, oh god, it was so frustrating. But you just kind of had to laugh. Everybody just had to laugh. Like, we're screwed. I can't wait how much hate we get from this. Jacob was showing me all these emails of like, fuck you, this is bullshit, you suck. It was just going down this file, and they don't even know this guy Jacob. He's an absolute beauty. He's so technically knowledgeable and all this stuff. And he's just like, look at these emails. Every person right now is just basically would love to murder me. And I'm like, it was, yeah. So a shame that it didn't work, but there was nothing really on Friday night. Bennick was loose on Friday night, but we didn't get to see it anyway.
Good highlight video up though. Do you think they fired that highlight video out so quick because the stream was down?
Yes. That's Danny Stu, the owner of MX207.
Great job on it.
He's so good at that stuff. Yeah, man. Like, he might be one of the best I've ever seen to putting that kind of stuff together. He did a great job. And Zach did the overlay with the announcing and stuff, like Zach Heron, great announcer, the guy that's on the floor.
Fucking Bennick was loose on Friday night.
Dude, okay, so I was having a conversation with somebody today, text messaging. I'm like, I think if Bennick could find a coach to hone him in, to just kind of hone his skill, because that kid has got some skill, and he's got definitely the right amount of dumb.
Yeah.
I think he could be a hell of an indoor racer. I don't know about Darcy Lange level, but man, he is fucking good indoors.
Yeah, he wasn't backing down from those guys.
Not a bit, man. He smashed Brees like 3 times.
No, so I was able to watch. I was literally sitting out on the deck getting ready to go. The kids were in bed, and somebody was doing a live Instagram video of the last main event, the third main from Friday night, and I watched it. And dude, him and Brees were going at it. Brees was probably like, get this fucking guy away from me. But he was not backing down, man. They went back and forth. It was a really good battle. And it was clean.
It was. Yeah, it was clean.
It was clean. Yeah. But what the fuck? I would have loved, and I said to all the guys that we were on vacation with, I said when the Instagram video came out of Bennick getting loose and cross jumping Thompson, which it wasn't on purpose, but it was.
What happened there?
I think he was not thinking clearly, and he was like, he knew Thompson was on the inside of him. He looked over, and the bike just fucking went right. Like, dude, that could have been really, really, really bad.
He made a great save.
and then did you see the other? And it showed it in the highlight video. I actually had to fucking rewind it twice. Later on, and I don't know what main it was in, but Bennick just jumps off the side of the track and almost hit Cole coming head on.
But that was the same main. That was the same main, dude. He went off the track in the same fucking main and almost took out Thompson again.
Oh, my God. But I would have loved, there had to be a conversation after that main with Thompson and Bennick.
Oh, I would assume so, yeah. You got to think there was, for sure.
Cole would have lost his fucking marbles about that.
Yeah, so Toronto AX, it's in the books. I don't know if it comes back or if it does a different thing, or West Coast AX brings it East Coast. I'm sure we can get it cheap for you, Noof.
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe Am will run it. Maybe I'll run it.
Logistics are too.
Well, I did it. You can do it too. Come on, promoters for the sport, dude. That's what you do now. Give back to the sport.
Do you? So Calgary in 2 weeks? Do we see more than 11 guys or less than 11 guys?
Oh,
probably less, right?
You're getting less, dude. What are name me the Canadians that are going to that? You got Dodds, Bennick. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe I should fucking suit up. At least I'll be in the main.
Dude, you'll get like 7th. Like, that's like fucking $600 a main each thing.
I know.
It's not going to be good there, man. It's really isn't going to. As far as
I don't know, maybe we get a couple
wrong.
guys. Maybe we get a couple guys, right? I mean,
Who?
Calgary's close to. No, Calgary's close to Idaho, right? And like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wonder, like, we've talked about it many times before, but like the guys that are running all these fucking fair races and shit in like Idaho, Montana and stuff, like the Naudits and the Harrimans and all these guys. I don't know. Maybe they come, but they don't want to come unless they know they can make decent money. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is right now too, the border, it's not easy.
No.
That was a big problem this week. And may continue to be a problem for this Calgary. The truck and all the bells and whistles for the freaking series barely made it to the race.
Really?
Yeah, because it was more of a paperwork thing. But if you don't have it right, they're gonna screw you around. Houston is around a Supercross that weekend too.
So how did Brees and these guys get all their stuff there with the Triple Crown truck?
It all comes in the Triple Crown truck.
Okay, they just take it around.
Yeah. They just hustled around. They didn't have any problems. No riders got turned away. Nothing like that. But I don't know, man. The way the border, no shit. The way the border stuff is sounding like it's going, and there's new implements and stuff like that. Ken, you might know more about this stuff than I do. I'm not much of a news guy, but Trump is not making things easy at the border. Canada's doing the same, and I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch. It's not like it's hard to do it, but there's a bigger process, I think, to get going for certain things, like especially if you're running businesses and whatnot now. They're just making the process not as easy to do. So, all right, we should end this off here. A1, it's in the books, guys. Ken, did you watch it?
Yep. Yeah, it was good.
Noof, you got to like watch it through kind of thing, or?
I watched everything. I just didn't watch like the show part of it, right?
I did. I watched all
the races.
I left the arena cross last night and drove, and it literally pretty much ended, and I watched it on my phone the whole drive home, driving down there. I was all over the highway.
Yeah,
all over the highway.
I thought it was good.
It was a pretty good show. Track was a bit weird, so I
liked it because it was long.
I did like that. Big debate though, Noof. And again, this is something I hate about social world now. Let's just discuss this between you and me, racer. Chad Reed commented on a thing I read about that Fox Pete, the big incident with Barsha and Mookie. Yeah. Very scary. Great to hear that all of them are going to be just fine.
Did you watch the Barsha video? He put out
I didn't watch it all, but I watched.
Yeah, he's good though. But I didn't watch it all either. But
for what he's got, it's like nothing for what that could have been.
Yeah.
So big talking point, and this is everybody's got a voice, everybody's got an opinion. Oh, triple on a turn caused that. A triple on a turn caused that. Like, that is almost identical to the
Ryan Morris.
Trey Canard. And that was a dead straight triple. Yeah. The one with Ackerman. He's hurt still. Colton Ackerman, I think it is.
Oh, Colton Eck.
Colton Eck. Sorry, Eck. That's it. Yeah. That one. That was a straight on, right? I think that was a triple. It was a similar straight on. So like, it's not. I don't think you can blame the track, man. This is just the fucking sport is gnarly.
Yeah, well, you can't. Right? I know. Like, I was thinking that too. Was the triple too close to the start? But you got to have obstacles. So I mean, this happens in rhythm sections, whether it's doubles or triples.
Well, look at was the first qualifier, right? Kenny and Sexton. Yeah. Right, they went triple out of the thing, and like that was close, and they just were able to guide through it. Like,
it's
Pete
the
Fox
risk,
said,
man. It's the risk. It's just the fucking.
Pete Fox says we should have a no triple jumping on the first lap. How are you going to fucking maintain that? But like, so now I'll go back to that right there, or is that right there better than saying that right there? Is that right there? Is that why we cannot get Fortune 500 company money? Because look at the stands, Noof. Yeah. Look at the fans.
Yeah, I heard
there's
it was
fucking
like the most,
most in the history of A1 or something. Someone said. I think they said it on TV.
It goes back to the whole argument, though, and like people will say, "Oh, you're a pussy" or whatever. But like, okay, maybe because it wouldn't have been. I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean,
the danger is part of the attraction.
Yeah, it is. And that's just it. If you made that a single to a tabletop landing, does it look lame? I mean, I would argue for local stuff, no, it doesn't, because you still go as high. But in when you're sitting there, you want to see the risk factor of it, right?
That's what gets your fucking heart pounding as much.
I know. But
Right.
it wouldn't have been near as bad if Mookie hadn't have gone, 10 feet down and then 10 feet back up when Barsha's coming from 20 feet up and down, right? So that was where it was at. But regardless if that was a tabletop or a triple, Mookie was getting landed on.
Well, when he kind of landed, he kind of went left instead of right, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
when you watch the video a couple times, it
wasn't good. I mean, it was really scary. I mean, that was a fucking bad crash.
Yeah.
And now, of course, it's just like it's blown up, and that's the world we live in. It was really weird, and I'm not the fucking doctor or whatever. It was really weird that nobody was attending to Barsha, though.
Yeah. I didn't actually see that. I don't really.
There's a whole bunch of videos, Ken. I don't know if you saw it, but like literally an Alpine Star medic guy gets to Mookie. Mookie's already on his knees, right? Like he's up, and I mean he's not standing up, but he's up on his knees, and he's got one because of course it's a big stadium and there's people spread out everywhere. The medic crew is probably spread out through the thing, but Barsha probably lays there. I don't know, 30 to 45 seconds before. Like people are clearing bikes off the track, and he's still laying there before any medics there. Like the flaggers are clearing bikes off the track. Yeah, it was a little weird. It was almost like everybody was too scared to go see. Maybe. Like because you know how they have the Alpine Star guys, and then they have like the local medics too, right? Like they always have like local medics as well.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first guy that got to him, but the guy just kind of like gradually walked over. He probably didn't want to fucking see what was going on. I mean, it looked like to me he was fucking dead when he was laying there, but he was knocked out. But
it wasn't a great look.
No, it wasn't a great look. Pretty scary and a bummer for those two because those are two big name guys. But it sounds like they're going to be all right. But,
and the other thing I wanted to touch on, I don't know how I saw this, maybe with my algorithm, but I got these videos that fucking. There's the nosebleeds, full fist fights breaking out up there in the nosebleeds at A1. It's standard. Remember a couple years ago that one girl whipped her tits out. That was a big thing. Well, this year some girl, maybe I don't know, she was hammered drunk or couldn't get to she just got up and took a piss in the fucking seat. Pulled her pants down and took a piss.
Where did you see that?
It was somewhere on, I don't know, popped up on my social. I should have said that. I don't know where the hell. She just gets up, pulls her pants down, takes a piss. All these people around her. What the fuck? Security shows up. The boyfriend was going to pull a knife out. He's threatening to stab people.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm just like, what in the hell is going on out here? And I'm drink the Kool-Aid in. Then I guess quickly, just let's talk about the Canadian guys. Blake Davies, Preston Massiangelo, Tyler Gibbs. None of them made the main event. Looked like they rode pretty decent. Massiangelo, he's good at this stuff. He was gaining in that LCQ, but then something happened on the last lap. I don't know what he wasn't going to get in, but he was right behind Chambers there towards the end of it.
He's our best hope of those three guys that getting in the main here.
Gibbs looked a lot more off the pace than I thought he would be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is my 50,000 viewer.
Yeah, I haven't talked to any of them, but they were a long ways off. I mean, I guess you always want more, but I guess if you look at the guys in front of them, I don't know.
100% prep by. So who had Massiangelo? Did you, Ken? Right, you did, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I think so.
Yeah, so you had Davies, Newf, and I had Gibbs. So we owe Ken $10. Ken is up $10 from A1. Do we want to keep this going per round here, or kind of thing, or what do you want to? You all put it all on red, Ken, or what? What do you think? Your call.
Yeah, I'll go Massiangelo again.
Well, no, you got to keep the same guy. No, you got to keep the same guy.
Okay, yeah.
So it's really up to me and Newf if we want to keep going down the road, because Davies and Gibbs were pretty far off the pace of Massiangelo.
I'll go one more week. I'll go one more week, and then I'll be backing out if it goes the same.
I guess I got to do the same here. I got to do the same. Last but not least on my list of things to quickly talk about here, I met your buddy Newf, Dirty Rocks MX. Dusty Rocks MX seems like a really good guy. The Dodds family, Chris Dodds, shooting the shit with him. Like I said in a tweet, we were all poking fun. We were poking fun of you. They were poking fun of me. It was all shoot shit, but he seems like a really, really nice guy. And between Dusty Rocks, AVL, Guaranteed Comfort, Priority MX, that's four. I mean, Priority and AVL have been around a couple years now, 1 year for AVL and 2 for Priority. That's 4 new boosts of energy into our series.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good feeling. I like seeing it. I've said it in the tweets, and people have shared with me, like, they hope the series season and can really step up and I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel the same way. I don't know what they can do this year to really make it attractive for these guys. They're like, well, this is great. We're so stoked. Some sort of return on their investment, which is impossible no matter what they do. But anyway, seemed like a good dude. And he doesn't have a kid that races.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, you said that once, but no. I talked to him about that. No kid. He just loves the sport, and he wants to help out, and he's gonna be here for a long time. So it was a pleasure meeting him, and like I said, it was fun. We were making fun of everybody and everything. He seemed like a good shit. So we'll see him at the races, and I like the fact the Dodds, they're just good people. The Dodds, Chris and Liam, and then Porter. Porter's already down in Mesquite already training. Dodds is going down there to get himself set up and ready to go.
It's a lot of fucking driving for Dodds, man. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Liam Lockhart. He's just fucking putting in his time, but
I thought that MX 101 offered him a bike to ride.
I thought they did too, but from what I learned, they weren't going to get a full race bike, but a good bike. And I'm like, maybe they just didn't want to turn it down, or I don't know. It's kind of weird to me too. I don't know. It was a weird.
That's a lot of drive. I mean, I appreciate it, and I think it's awesome. But Revel Stoke to Toronto to Mesquite, Nevada,
and then up to Memphis, and then why wouldn't you go to Memphis and then up to Calgary? Memphis would be pretty far out of the way. I guess.
Like if I'm him, I'm just going to Memphis to do the next round because that's this weekend, right?
Should Julian Bennett get a ride with a? Let's say Chris Elliott at Nano Extreme Yamaha has an extra 450 for the rest of the A Arena Cross Series. The bikes are going anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he was sending 2 guys to the first few rounds anyways.
Well, they've sent their brand new truck and other thing wageman to Supercross, right? So that's a lot of expense there. But if he had a bike and said, hey, if you can get to the race, you can race our bike. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Bennett can fit in that series great for the rest of the year and make himself some good money. Like you go 1-1, it's $2,500 a main event win. Yeah, $5,000. Yeah. Win at $5,000, and there's a $15,000 champion or $40,000.
Well, how'd they do it this weekend? Because there was 3 mains.
So they purse up across 3 mains. They just added it all up and then split it across 3.
And did they do the 3 just because there wasn't enough guys, right?
Yes. They did 3 Olympic scoring and everything because there wasn't enough guys. Yeah. Ken, you got anything for us this week before we shut this down and go relax for the evening?
Yep. Quick, dirty one. So anytime a rider moves from the 250 class up to the 450 class, there's always a conversation about like how their style will translate. So I just want to know what you guys think about McNabb. Style-wise, how does he translate to a 450 compared to a 250?
Well, Newf, you have the best answer for this for sure. You know him the best at anybody.
Yeah, I watched him ride. He rode a 450 quite a bit during the break. Around Gopher Dunes last year. He rides it fucking great. I mean, anytime that these guys get off the 250 and they get on a 450, they're like, oh my God, it suits my style so much better because it's a fucking easier motorcycle to ride and go fast on, right? So,
yes.
Of course, they always feel that way. But I think that where it's always different when it gets into a race situation because you can't race the 450 like the 250. So unless you're Dylan Wright that is a madman and can muscle the bike around like he does, you got to be much more smooth and calculated or it fucking bites you bad, which it does, which you can see that happening. So, I mean, we kind of seen that with the Hayden Deegan stuff this winter and WSX, it didn't really work maybe as good as everybody thought because he was trying to ride it like a 250. So
yeah,
he'll be just fine. Trust me. I think that moving to the 450 is a great move for him for the fact that he is a smart enough rider to ride the motorcycle the way that it should be.
I don't need to even chime in on that. I've just Newf knows that one better than I would all day long. So we'll take that as that is. And there you have it. Newf, you got anything else, buddy? You must be tired.
No, I'm over it.
You're over it. You're good. You don't want to talk about anything else? Some WMX talk, maybe some 50cc class talk.
No
rules. No.
No, I'm all good. All good.
All good, Newf. When's the next time we can have a goose party?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people like it. A lot of people like Newf Goose Newf.
I was drinking the Grey Goose because it was all inclusive. I'm not buying that expensive stuff up here.
Well, you can get yourself some cheap fucking Alberta Springs or something.
It doesn't taste the same though.
Well, you never know. Never know until you try.
I don't know though. Like I know, like I know you said you went hard for 10 days. I can't. Besides going hard that one day, man, the alcohol down there's something different about it. It doesn't hit like it does here.
Or you're just so far past, what your liver is. Like you're just, it's the downer. There's alcohol in this stuff, but you're just in a whole other category of alcohol.
If that's the case, there's no need to drink anymore. Cause like it wasn't a lot of fun on the drinking side.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Racetech Suspension, racetech.com, bringing you the Canadian Motocross Unfiltered podcast. Ken Cat and Ryan Gold, Ryan Lockhart. Thanks to Gopher Dunes, Yamaha Motor Canada, Grip and Rip MX. Get your merch. Like I said, money from the sales of the merch going out right now is going towards this WMX plan to support Priority. And so if you want to support the plan, you can help support us a little bit as well. Matrix Concepts Canada, Ammo Racing Reloaded, Charlie Johnson Race Suspension, Hall Racefield, Renegade Racefield, GasGas, Husqvarna, and KTM Canada. Are we going to go again in a week, guys? Or are we going to take 2 weeks now?
I don't.
That was quiet. Your fucking guys are quiet. I feel like that's the answer. I don't even need you to speak.
I don't know. I guess it depends if anything drops. I think we can do these when there's actually like interesting stuff. I mean, who would have thought there was this much to talk about after last week? So
okay, how about this then? The Grip and Rip MX moment of this show right now. Future headlines in the next week that could make us have another show. Noof.
Oh fuck.
I don't know. What else could there be?
We're adding another West Coast round.
That's news to me, but is that true or
no? I'm saying we didn't know it. We thought we knew about Vincent Way, and then it got announced.
Yeah, I think we go 2 weeks after Calgary Arena Cross. I'll be on site for that one. So,
well, that doesn't work out if we do that. We'd have to go. That'd be 3 weeks.
Oh, it is too. Okay.
Right, because the way this 1 week. We'll figure it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Stick with us. Stay tuned. We'll give you the information. Boys, enjoy your night. Thank you for the last minute stuff here, guys. Lots of information.
Okay.
See you later.
When the quest is over and the battle's won, there's a land far to the south where we go to have some fun. The wenches, they are plenty, the alcohol is free. The party lasts all through the night and the alcohol is free. Whoa, tonight we drink together. Whoa, tomorrow we may die. Yo-ho, Mexico, far to the south where the cactus grow. Tequila and a donkey show. Mexico, Mexico.